measure of location or position. So, the learning outcomes are A is calculate various measure or location. Letter B is interpret various computed measure of location. And may ara galita sa tatlo ka measure of position. First is the quartile, second is the decile, and the number 3 is percentile. So, ara na ba si Kabiraw?
So, do not expect. Of course, wala gid siya kay report niya.
Sorry, sir. So, quartile. It is a score distribution where point is divided into four equal parts.
Yes, kaya nga tinawag siya na
So,
quartile is divided into 4 quarter, di ba? Okay.
Yes, sir. So, this is the steps in how to get the quartile of a set of a data in a group. So, amo siya ang aton niya step to get a data para sa an group. So, number 1 is arrange the score from lowest to the highest. Number 2 is solve for the mean using the formula the Q to the QK equals K wait lang. To the quantity of n plus 1 over 4 for n na siya, sir. So, where K is, K means the, wait lang, sir.
I-hide mo good yan. Oo. I-click ang hide. Yan.
K means quartile and the n is total of the numbers. So, number 3 is interpret the quartile value. So, first example is using the data 6, 8, 11, 5, 6, 2, find the quartile 2 and quartile 3. So, to find the quartile 2, using the formula na i-mention ko kaina, so, quartile 2 is equals to 2 over 4. So, ang 2 is amo ni siya ang quartile. Ang 4 is amo ni siya ang ara sa formula. And the number is 6. Amo ni siya ang total number. Plus 1 minus 2 over 4. So, ano lang gihapon, kay ang K amo ni siya ang quartile. And number 4 is given na sa formula. Kag ang 1 is given na pod. So, 2 over 4 times 6 equals 3. Plus 1, agi kuha ta ang ilang common difference. Ang 1 over 1 is 4. And 4 divide 1 times 1 equals 4. Minus 2, minus 4 divided by 4 equals 1 times 2 equals 2. So, the result of this is 4 minus 2 over 4. Kasi ang ilang ang 4, sir, gikuha dito sa common nila. Kay ang 1 diri, may ara ni siya sang, may ara siya sang
imaginary
sir, denominator.
Which is?
The 4, sir.
Okay.
Kaya amo ni ang common nila. 1 gali, sir, 1 ang common nila, ang imaginary number diri, sir, tapos ang common nila is 4.
Okay.
So, kaya nakuha ning 4 minus 2. So, quartile 2 equals to 3 plus 2 over 4. Kaya minus na ning 4 minus 2 equals 2 over 4. And quartile 2 is equals 14 over 4. Kay same gihapon sa paghimo kay na dire, gikuha ta gihapon ang common niya tapos gi plus. So the answer of quartile 2 is 3.5 score. So next is the value of quartile 2 lies within the third and fourth score. This is the sum of the third score and the 50% of the difference between the fourth and the third score. So
ibalik mo muna doon. Yung K natin is 2. Tama ba?
Yes, sir. Quartile 2.
Bakit saan nanggaling yung 2?
Given na siya, sir, kay diri ang ginapangita natin is quartile 2.
Okay.
So,
2 talaga.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Kaya ang K natin is means the decile.
Oo.
So, ang ginapangita diri is quartile 2. So, ang K is
Ang
equals
4
to 2.
is also
Given
given.
na siya, sir. Kaya di
Okay.
ba ang quartile, sir, is equals to 4 sa
Yes, okay. Very good. Sige, naintindihan ko na. Continue. Yes, Noel, you are raising your hand. Wala. Sige, continue tayo, Jessa. Next. Noel, may question ka, Noel? Kasi you're raising your hand. Wala. Nag-raise ng kamay si Noel. Kung wala siyang question si Noel, okay, let's continue, Jessa.
ngita ta diri is the sum of the third score and 50% of the difference between the fourth and the third score. So, ang ang ginapangita ta dito is the are ang iyang 50%. So, the third, ang formula sini is third score plus 0.5 plus fourth score to the minus third score. So, the third score is 6, which is are ning naka-box, plus 0.5, which is given na siya, kag 6 minus 6, the fourth and the third score. So, quartile 2 minus 6 plus 0.5, 6 minus 6 equals 0. So, the answer is 6 plus 0. Kay 0.5 times 0 is 0. So, quartile 2 is equals to 6. So, therefore, the interpretation, 50% of the scores in distribution are less than the 6. So, next is the group data for quartile. So, QK, amo na ang formula ta para sa group. So, QK is indicated the quartile. K is the number, which is the 1, 2, 3. Number is the number of cases. LBK is equals to lower boundary of the quartile class. CFP is the cumulative frequency before the median class if the scores are ranged from the highest to the lowest. Frequency is of quartile class, and CI equals to size of the class interval. So the formula is QK equals LBK plus KN over 4 minus CFP divided by FQK times to the class interval. So, there ito po ang steps in how to get the quartile of a set data. So, number 1 is complete the frequency table of cumulative frequency. So, ari sir ang step 1. Gi-complete anay ang table.
Okay.
Bale, given na gali ni siya nga table, then step 2 is determine if the data is arranged ascendingly or descendingly. So, i-determine ta anay siya if ang data ba is panubo or pataas. Step 3 is get the KN over 4 of the scores in the distribution so that you can easily identify quartile class where K denotes 1 to 3 and N denotes the number of cases. So, the step 3 is kwaon ta ang KN. So, what is KN? So, ang KN, di ba, amo to siya ang quartile nga 2. Tapos, ang total number of
Population.
frequency is equals 30. Then, it divides siya sa 4, which is the quartile. So, the answer is 60 over 4. 60 divided by 4 equals 15. So, the quartile class is
Between 20 and
Ah,
24.
opo, sir. Between
Kay
20 and
15 man.
24. Yes, sir.
Ay, tama ba? Quarter class? Bakit
Yes, sir.
20?
Yes, sir.
Bakit
So,
20 to
for,
Yes, sir.
24?
Kay ang 50 na, bi, sir. RR sa 20. RR sa sulod sang 20.
dapat
Ay,
naa
okay.
siya equal or to the highest above
Sa
siya.
cumulative revenue, sir.
Ganun pala yun. Sige.
So, the quartile class is 20 to 24. So, step 4.
Ay, wait lang. Saan
So,
ganiyan ng 20 and 24? Ibalik mo ko doon sa table.
There is, sir.
Ay, okay.
There's
Nandyan ang
No,
15.
class interval, sir.
Okay.
Ay, sa ano.
Sige,
There is,
go.
sir, sa class interval, sir.
Tama. Sige, go. Meron ba
So,
dito, wait lang. Andito ba yung mga English major? Pati mga BE-Ed? Agoy. Sila pagid nga nabudlayan. Sila pagid ang wala nag-attend. Makora na naman ni sila sa solving ba? Pero, you know what? Talagang I appreciate nyo no mga BS Math. No? Ang galing nyo talaga magturo ng mga ganito. So, gina-explain iba-ibang strategy, no? Madali siyang maintindihan. So, sorry sa mga BS English. Wala sila dire. Bala sila dire. Okay, go. Continue, Miss Jessa.
So, step 4 is determine the lower boundary, the cumulative frequency, and the frequency of quartile class. So, dari na ta sa step 4. The lower boundary is 19.5. Nga ang naging 19.5 kay amo ni ang aton nga quartile class 20 minus 24. So, i-minus ta siya sang 0.5 equals 19 19.5 ang lower boundary.
Bakit
So,
nag-minus tayo ng 0.5?
Constant formula na siya, sir.
Ay, okay. Sige, go.
given na siya,
Pag
sir.
lower boundary, sir, minus, sir. Pag upper boundary po, sir, plus 0.5 po.
Sige.
Opo.
Yes, sorry ha. Okay. I-remind nyo kami nga constant gali na. Okay, go. Continue.
Then, the cumulative frequency is 6. The frequency of quartile class is 14, which is the amo ni sir ang 14 amo ning frequency. Then the class interval is 5. 20 to 24 is equals to 5. Then step 5 is kwaon ta ang iya nga quartile sa group data. So the formula is tong gi-mention ko kaina. Then quartile 2 equals to lower boundary 19.5 plus plus the kn which is the 15. Amo ni siya ang total sining kaina nga gi-solve ta nga kn over 4 minus 6 the cumulative frequency over 14. So times 5 which is the class interval, then quartile 2 equals 19.5 plus 15 minus 6 equals to 9 over 14 times 5. So, the total is quartile 2 is equals to 22.71. So, therefore, the interpretation is 50% of the scores in the distribution are less than the 22.71. Next na sir is decile. Si Ma'am Salistre po.
Kahago ba ani? Uy, daghan kay i-solve. For both group and ungroup. Sige na, andito na sa for decile. Oo. Kailangan natin itong i-discuss kasi baka itong lumabas sa let. At least kahit multiple choice siya, you know how to solve. Go.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Okay na po, sir?
Yes, go start. Hindi, gusto ko lang i-share na amazing lang in my time, no, napasaran ko maning assessment. Actually, when I was in college, yes, muntik na akong nabagsak dito, 75 lagi ang score ko sini. Assessment. O, tama. Kaya pala it reflects, no? Kahit dati yung binigay ito ni Ma'am Dayan mo, kung
Mamute
Ma'am,
ko ano.
Ma'am Dayan, sure ka nga, ako mag-handle ng subject na ito. Sabi niya, okay lang sir, kaya wala man sang solving sa assessment 1, assessment 2 lang. O, hindi pala balaan sa assessment 1, aragali sa last part, damo-damo na sang solving. Pero sige lang, laban lang, no? Hindi din ako nakapasa ako sa let ng may ano, kasi it's multiple choice, it's more on the concept man, di man kayo solving na. Okay? Sige, go. Continue. Decile.
Good evening, everyone. Ang sunod naman, which is decile, it is a score distribution where score point is divided into 10 equals parts. Sa decile, amo naman siya ang tens.
Yes, tama.
Steps
Kasi
of-
deck means 10.
Deck.
No?
Yes.
Hmm.
Steps in how to get the decile of a set of data in a group. First, arrange the score from lowest to highest.
The same with ano no kanina, quartile. Mag-arrange pa ba tayo?
Yes, sir.
Nag-arrange pa din for ungroup?
Formula
Yes, sir.
lang ang answer.
Okay, go.
Second, solve for the mean using the formula dk is equals to k over 10 times n plus 1 minus k over 10 n score, where dk is indicated decile, k is indicated for the numbers which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, n is the number of cases. Step 3, interpret the decile value. Next po. For example, decile 2 is equals to k over 10 times n. Yung kanina na sinabi ko na formula ito, to find our decile, first, the value of k in decile is 2, and the value of our k is 2 over 10, which is the 10 is given. The total number of n, the value is 6 plus 1, which is given na rin siya. And the total of our k is 2 over 10. Next, decile 2 is equals to 2 over 10 divided by 10 times 6. We have the total, which is 1.2 plus 1 times 10 is equals 10. Magiging 10 minus 2 over 10. Next is decile 2 is equals to 1.2 plus 10 minus 2, we have here 8. Copy the denominator, which is 10. Decile 2 is equals to 1.2 plus. Ang gagawin natin is 8 divided by 10, meron tayong 0.8. Next, decile 2 is equals to tone score, which is 1.2 plus 0.8, meron tayong total is 2. Next is the value of decile 2 lies within the second and third scores. That is sum of the second score and third score of the difference between the fourth and third scores. So ang ating second and third score, which is 5 and 6, kita nyo naman yung nakabox na number. For our formula, decile 2 is equals to second score plus 0.2, which is given na yung 0.2. Third score minus second score. Decile 2 is equals to 5, which is the value of our second score, plus 0.2. Next is 6 minus 5. Third score, which is 6, minus second score, which is 5. Decile 2 is equals to 5 plus 0.2. 6 minus 5, we have here 1. Decile 2 is equals to 5 plus 0.2. 0.2 times 1, the same pa rin siya, magiging 0.2. For our final answer, we have the decile 2, 5.2, which is 5 plus 0.2. For our step 3, for the interpretation, we have therefore 20% of the score in the distribute are less than 6.
Okay. yes, nag-chat dito yung mga classmate yun ng BSed English. Maybe, gawa na lang natin sa i-peer tutor natin sila, no? Pati ako ganik is, yung simple multiplication in fractions. Nakalimutan ko. No, pero at least naintindihan ko pa rin siya, nafa-familiarize. Yun nga lang, yung mga BE Ed at saka BSed English natin, tulungan nyo ha, promise nyo yan mga BSed Math ha, i-coach nyo talaga sila paano yan ginkuha. Maybe, dito muna tayo mag-stop sa quartile and decile, tapos magpa-quiz tayo, Jessa, mag-sample solving tayo ng group and ungroup ha, para hindi natin idiretso bigla kasi magsuruka ang mga BSed English. No, oo. Mag-nosebleed na sila, hindi na nila ma-love ang assessment. Inihinay lang. Oo. Okay na, Miss Jessa. For ano pa lang ito ha, ungroup.
Ungroup pa lang po.
Actually,
May
yung formula, for formula natin for ungroup, medyo madali-dali lang siya, no? Yung sa group talaga ang medyo madugo-dugo kasi grabe yung process. Okay, sige, continue. Wait lang, dito sa step 3, ibalik mo dun sa step 3, bakit 20% ang nakalagay dyan? Step 3, 20%, si Maria Teresa daw, is distributed.
Nagiging 20% siya, sir, naka-base po siya sa answer sa decile 2, sir. Which is, decile 2 is equals to 2. Tapos, and, so, 20. So, doon siya naka-base siya, sir.
And then,
Sa answer po.
bakit nakalagay din dyan na less than 6? Yes, Ian Chris Agor.
Yung 20%, sir, kasi decile, sir, 10 siya, 1 to 10. So, bawat isang number, decile 1 is 10%, decile 2, 20%, kaya 20%.
Okay. Tapos, na ba nakalagay doon of the score? Therefore, 20% of the score in the distribution are less than 6. Bakit less than 6? Ha? Bakit less than 6? Yes, Marife.
Base lang po sa pag-intindi ko, sir, bakit siya nagiging less than 6? Kasi, doon po yung decile 2 na bilang, sir, sa less than 6, not above the 6, sir.
Okay.
So, hanggang doon lang siya.
Pero based in example kasi, dalawa ang 6, no? 2, 5, 6, 6, 8, and 11. Pero doon banda yung decile, no? Therefore, 20% of the score in the distribution are less than 6. So, yun nga, 5 and 6 na portion. Okay, sige. Next, proceed tayo for group na. Ito na naman ang madugo.
Steps in how to get a decile of a set of data group. Step 1, complete the frequency table for cumulative frequency. Same lang siya sa ginaning Chesa. Second, determine if the data is arranged ascendingly or descendingly. Third, get Kn divided by 10 of the scores in that distribution so that you can easily identify decile class where K denotes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, and N denotes the number of class. Fourth, determine the lower LBK, CFP, FDK, and CI. Solve the decile using the formula. Sixth, interpret the decile's value. Next po. Okay. Group data for decile formula for group, we have DK is equals to LBK, which is lower boundary of the class deciles, plus Kn, which is the total number of, K is the indicated decile, which is the 1 over to 9, and N is the number of cases, over 10, minus CFP, which is cumulative frequency before the median class if the scores are arranged from highest to lowest, divided by FDK, which is frequency of decile class, times CI, which is the size of the class interval.
Actually, the same formula rin siya sa quartile. Yun nga lang,
Yes, sir.
divide by 10 lang. Si quartile divide by 4.
10 po.
Okay, go. Proceed.
Next po. Okay, we have here the example for the step 1. Same sa report po kanina ni Ma'am Josa. We have the frequency table. The step po.
May nag-solve nga sound. May nagasulat-sulat, no? Okay. Sige, go. Continue.
Okay. We have the class interval, frequency, and the cumulative frequency. Our decile, step 2, we have the descendingly. Step 3, we have the kn divided by 10 is equals to 3. The value of our k is 3. I-times natin siya sa number of cases which 30 divided by 10. 3 times 30, we have the 90.
Wait lang,
Divided
saan
by
nanggaling ang 3 sa K?
Apo, sir, sa value po ng k ng decile. Kasi yung inanap po is decile 3.
Decile 3. Okay, sige, go.
So, our decile class, mabibilang po siya sa 20 minus 24 dito po. Makikita nyo naman po sa frequency table, the value of our decile class is nasa 24 to 24 po siya pasok.
Kasi 9.
Opo.
Okay, sige, go.
And next po, step 4, our LBQ, which is the lower boundary, yung 20, yung lower boundary makikita po natin sa left side at yung highest boundary nasa right side. So, ang nasa left side na lowest boundary natin sa decile class, which is yung 20, magma-minus po tayo ng 0.5. So, magiging 19.5.
So, always mag-minus ng 0.5, no? Sa
Opo,
20?
sir, pag sa left side po.
Okay.
Pag sa right side po, sa highest boundary, mag-a-add lang po ng 0.5.
Okay. Pero lowest tayo eh. Oo, tama. Okay.
Opo. For our CFP, which is the cumulative frequency, we have 6.
Saan yan ang galing ang 6?
Doon po sa sir, sa frequency sa taas.
Okay.
Next is FDK, which is 14, the value of our frequency decile with 14, and our class interval, which is 5. Step 5, for the solving, we have the formula, which is the decile K is equals to lower boundary plus Kn over 4 minus CFP divided by frequency decile times class interval. Next is decile 3, the value of our k is 3, is equals to 19.5, the value of lower boundary, plus the value of kn over 4, we have 9, minus the value of cumulative frequency, which is 6, over divided by the value of frequency decile, we have 14, times class interval value is 5. Next is decile 3 is equals to 19.5 plus 9 minus 6, we have 3. Copy the denominator, which is 14 times 5. Next is, ang una natin gagawin to get the 20.57, 3 divided by 15, ang total na-divide natin, ito times natin sa value ng ating class interval, which is 5. 19, so, pagkatapos nun, i-add natin yung 19.5, we have the decile value, which is 20.57. Step 6, the interpretation we have is therefore 30% of the scores in the distribution are less than 20.57.
Okay.